Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a late afternoon Saturday episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. We're going to be taking a look at a fairly old-fashioned drink, and we've reviewed, I think, somewhere in the region of about 10 drinks that are similar to this in some vein or another over the course of the time that I've been doing this show. And that is a drink that is related to ginger in some matter of fact. I think the last time I reviewed a ginger-related drink on this show was when I reviewed the ginger-infused pale ale with Imogen and Owen. That was a bit of a weird one, but it's been a while since I've reviewed a proper alcoholic ginger beer in the same vein as a Krabby's or a Old Jamaica ginger beer, but alcoholic. And today we're going to be taking a look at another famous soft drinks producer, Fentimans, and they teamed up here, as you can see, with Hollows to create a all-natural alcoholic ginger beer. Now, it says here, our authentic handcrafted drinks are made with passion and grace, botanically brewed since 1905, all natural and gluten-free. And that's the motto of Thomas Fentimans' company that he is he's obviously sadly no longer with us, but he established obviously in 1905 and has kind of been their bread and butter ever since. And I've got to say, while I generally tend to prefer the ginger beer from Old Jamaica, I will say that Fentimans are pretty much unrivaled in my opinion, in terms of the variety of old school, old fashioned kind of soft drinks that they produce. Let's see, it's 4% alcohol volume here. I'm trying to remember where Fentimans come from. I vaguely remember them being Australian, but this drink might be brewed somewhere completely different. Yeah, I can't remember where this is brewed actually. The address on the back looks either German or Dutch or something along those lines. But yeah, no, it's a nice looking bottle and it's a nice looking label. Very simple. Clear, crisp, simple colours, a simple but interesting enough design to draw your eyes in, and it sort of really makes me think of going to one of those old sweet shops and buying one of their bottles of homemade soft drinks that you see in the countryside. So it gives a nice, homely but sort of quite humbly stately sort of impression. So I'll give it a good I'll give it a good 9 out of 10 for the label. It does look quite handsome. Unfortunately, I can't remember the price of this because I got this when I was on the night out going through a off license for some more drinks. So I actually can't remember how much this is, I'm afraid. It's the first time in quite a few episodes where that's not part of the episode, I'm afraid. But that's a good nose actually. It's so it basically smells like standard Fentimans non-alcoholic ginger beer, but with this sort of slightly fermented, wheaty sort of after smell that actually complements the zinginess of the ginger really well actually. So yeah, that's a really good nose. Honestly, a good 10 out of 10 for that nose. It smells lovely. I tried pouring it out into a glass, which I should have prepared beforehand, obviously. Let's see, because this glass is quite dark, so I'd like to have a look at the actual colour of the drink in a glass before we chow it down, or chug it down as it were. Okay, so it basically looks like, standard Fentimans ginger beer really, so that's kind of par for the course I suppose, but let's see what it smells like in the glass. Okay, in the glass it smells, there's this after tint to the after smell that I can't really put my finger on, but it still smells really nice, and I'll still say it's a 9 out of 10. It smells lovely. The ginger is more prominent when you pour it into a glass, that's for sure. But and what's quite good as well is, even though the ginger is quite prominent, it's quite zany. It's not too overpowering actually in a weird way. So yeah, it smells nice. Anyway, we'll have a quick palate cleanser of water. And then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. So to everyone at home, bottoms up, and I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. So the best way to describe this is that it tastes like someone mixed together Krabby's Alcoholic Ginger Beer with non-alcoholic Fentimans Ginger Beer. Then they added in a little bit of one of those like ginger concentrated juice shots you can get from the supermarket. And then, for some reason, the texture really reminds me of Pepsi. I don't know why, this has got really similar texture to Pepsi for some reason. And that overall description obviously makes it sound like it's not that good, but it's actually really nice. I mean, like the tangy sweetness of like Krabby, like the Krabby's kind of aspect to the flavour, really complements the more subdued ginger flavour of Fentimans Ginger Beer. And it's got this very sort of like juicy almost ginger aftertaste. And it's all undercut by this very like light, crisp, very slightly fizzy texture. So it's a bunch of different aspects that I wouldn't, what that I initially perhaps wasn't expecting, but yeah, upon further review, they all work together pretty well. So it's basically, yeah, it basically just tastes very similar to Fentimans Ginger Beer, but obviously quite boozy and with a nice crisp texture. So yeah, this is actually pretty good. And personally, I would still say I prefer Krabby's Ginger Beer, but I guess if you want something slightly less sweet, this is probably a really good bet to go for. So I'd say probably like a good 7 out of 10. This is really nice stuff, but there are better versions of this kind of drink out there. However, for what it is, I definitely recommend trying it. And I can imagine some people preferring this over Krabby's, to be fair, because, like I said, Krabby's is quite fizzy and very sweet. So yeah, try it for yourself and see what you think. That is quite good, actually, yeah. But anyway, if you guys like this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to check out my other social medias online, I'll leave the links toward that in the video description below. And until next time, have fun, stay safe whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye-bye for now.